So this is our lecture 2 of economy, and today we are going to cover national income. So national income is very important for any economic topic. So first of all, we are going to cover that what national income is, and secondly how it is calculated. So means in India national income is calculated by GDP. Other ways are GNP. So first of all, I am going to clear the doubt which is in most of the students, that what's the difference between GDP and GDP is gross domestic product, and GNP is gross national product. Now, from domestic and national word, we are going to understand the meaning of GDP and GNP. So, domestic means which is prepared within the territorial boundary of India. So what GDP is? Now see, might be it is not looking like India, but it's a map of India. Suppose it is a map of India. So whatever goods and services which are prepared within the territorial boundary of India is known as GDP. And what is GNP? Whatever goods and services produced by the Indian nationals. Now, to clarify one thing more, suppose there is an American which is producing some product in India. So, will it be counted in GDP? Yes. Till it's in the territorial boundary of India, then it will be counted in GDP. Now, if some foreigner is producing outside India, it will not be counted in GDP. Any Indian who is suppose in Saudi Arabia, if someone is preparing some product or services in Saudi Arabia, then it will not be counted in GDP because he is an Indian, but he is not producing the product within the territorial boundary of India. Now, come to the next point, national GNP. GNP, if some foreigner is producing a product within territorial boundary of India, then it will not be counted in GNP. But same case here, if some Indian is producing a product in say Saudi Arabia, then it will be counted in GNP. So, we can very easily say the difference between both of them is GDP is mainly considered with where the goods and services are produced. While GNP is basically considered with who produced the goods and services. Now we are going to consider few more topics. First heading is GDP, which is gross domestic product. So definition of GDP, which is very important because they try to confuse it. Okay, it's all the goods and services produced within the territorial boundary of India. It's gross domestic product. Now, within GDP, we have two things. First is market price, and second is factor cost. Okay. So, what is GDP at market price? It includes the indirect taxes like custom duty, service tax, etc. And what is factor cost? It's GDP at market price minus the plus the subsidies. Okay, we are going to give the formula GDP at market price includes, must consider the the taxes like service tax, VAT, while GDP at factor cost equals to GDP at market price plus subsidies. In India, subsidies are the major burden on Indian economy, because even with the targeted approach, we are not able to provide the real beneficiary the benefit of subsidies. Minus indirect taxes. Okay. Hope everyone understand what GDP is. GDP is the gross domestic product, which is nothing but the total monetary value of all the goods and services produced within the territorial boundary of countries. Now, next topic we are coming to transfer payment. What is transfer payment? Transfer payment are those payments which are provided by the government, but for those payments there is no economic activity done. Like we can say pensions or students loans. So these are very important, because till we are not able to give social security to our elderlies, but they are known as transfer payment. And the most important thing is that they should not produce any economic activity. So what are transfer payment? They are those payments which are provided by the government, but no economic activity is done for it. Now, first of all, methods of calculating national income, or we can say estimation of GDP or GNP. There are three approaches. First is income approach. Second is expenditure approach. And third is production. See how we calculate the GDP in income approach. In income approach, we calculate all the value of pays, rents, okay, and the calculated value is the GDP. Now the expenditure approach, it includes everything like consumption, investment, While the production approach, we calculate all the new products. And services. Now see, if a new car is produced by Tata or anything, then it is to be included. But suppose there is an old car, and if it is sold to a new person, will it be included? No, it will not be included. Only the service charges which is taken by the seller will be included in the production of services. Okay. Now we come to our next topic, which is care economy. Now, what care economy is? Care economy is the biggest problem of Indian society, because we are not able to fully harness the potential of 50% of our population, which is female. So we are not able to harness the 50% potential. What is care economy? Care economy is nothing. They are the works which are done by women at home, like making food, doing home cleaning home, or anything which a woman does at home. Now, one thing which is important for care economy, it is not calculated either in calculating GDP or GNP. Neither they are provided the monetary benefit for their care economy. Means the work they do at home, there is no monetary benefit for them. So, what should be done? The care economy should be included in the economy calculations. Now the next topic is okay, now we are going to compare between GDP and GNP. Now first thing, when GDP is greater than GNP. Okay, first thing we have already taken care that what GDP is, it is produced by the within the territorial boundary of India. What GNP is, it is produced by the Indian nationals. So whenever GDP is greater than GNP, that means the inbound FDI is greater than outbound FDI. In FDI greater than out FDI. Means the money coming to India is greater than money going outside India. And whenever GDP is equals to GNP, then FDI, inbound FDI is equals to outbound FDI. See, typically this condition only arises in a closed economy. A closed economy is an economy which doesn't have any interaction with any country outside India. So, when is GDP less than GNP? So here inbound FDI is less than outbound FDI. Okay. So now we are going to see what is national income. The first topic, but now we are in a condition to discuss what is national income. Okay. So national income is nothing but the net national production, NNP, at factor cost. It's NNP at capital cost. So what is NNP? NNP is gross national product. NNP is gross national product minus depreciation. So it is equals to national income is equals to gross national product minus depreciation, and what was FC? We have already done it. Capital cost, it is nothing but minus indirect tax plus subsidies. So this is the most important thing. What is national income? It is GNP minus depreciation minus indirect tax plus subsidies. Hope everything. Now one important thing, which is per capita income. Now per capita income is national income divided by mid-year population. So national income divided by mid-year population is per capita income. Okay. Now we are going to see what are the problems in calculating national income. Problems in calculating GDP or GNP. Now, what are the major problems? First of all, black money. Yes, the black money which Baba Ramdev was going to bring is the biggest problem of our calculation of GDP and GNP. Second is double counting. Means one product is produced and it is being counted twice or even thrice. Third, household services. Like care economy, which we have discussed just now, it is not calculated in our calculation of GDP and GNP. Okay. Fourth, there is no mention of social services in our calculation of GDP and GNP. Third, fifth, environmental effect. Hope you know we have discussed green economy in our first lecture. So, green economy means the effect of GDP on our environment. Means we are increasing our GDP, but how much it is affecting our environment has not been taken care of. Okay, and final, sixth, non-monetization. Like barter system. Even present day, many of the regions in India don't have the monetized economy. Means they still believe in the barter system, where a product is shared between the two parties, but no money is included. Okay, next we are going to calculate a chapter on economic development. Okay, thank you, and you can post your comments.